In this episode, we're going to play a game with Chorus. There's a couple of surprises in there he's not privy to quite yet. I'm going to share with you guys my Christmas wish list to see if any of you guys can afford what I'm after this year. Continue on with the AI takeover, and then get into a deconstruction discussion. Should be exciting, should be fun. Stick around to the end. Quick announcements before we get into the show. Towns, our hair shop, my wife's hair shop, is moving. I am in Towns. Towns, as it is in West Downtown currently, for those who are here locally, is changing. Things are changing. They're moving. I'm actually consolidating quite a bit myself, the new kid coming around. We're actually leaving this space as well. There's a lot of timing things going on, so there's going to be a little bit of switch-ups, which leads me into the announcement of this season finale of this podcast, which is in 2 weeks from today. Will be the season finale. We'll do a fun episode to close out this season. Chorus and I are going to focus on a little bit more of a short form for a period of time, but only for a period. With that, let's get into the show. Welcome back to For Goodness Sake. I am Chad Barella. With me, we have Chorus Padilla pushing the buttons.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back.
Hey. How are you? Are all your ribs intact?
My ribs?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Have you ever had a dislocated rib?
I don't think so. Why, did you?
Yeah, ever since last Thursday.
Really? So your ribs are not intact?
Well, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I'm not a hunch right now. And by hunch, I mean 100. So
what happened? What give us the
I don't know. I don't know. I think maybe I was stretching. Maybe it was the drive back from Santa Barbara that I was just stiff or something, and I stretched weird. I sometimes pop my back like this.
Well, don't do that. Well,
it kind of gives me a little relief. But I honestly think because I'm getting older, my joints are getting stiffer. And so my body's just something, it was just out, and I needed to pop it. And it happened right on Thursday, and it really is what was happening. I thought maybe I don't know. Couldn't get a chiropractor. I didn't really try that hard, honestly. I thought maybe I'd just walk it off type of thing. Can't sleep. Been waking up at 4, 5 in the morning. For some of you guys, it's like, oh, big deal. I mean, it's kind of hard. You know, you got 3 kids. You want to try to take advantage of your rest. I did get a chiropractor appointment on Saturday. And the lady was like, yeah, you got a dislocated rib probably. And so, yeah, it's just kind of a brutal week in pain.
I like that she threw in probably just to make sure that you were like a little bit uneasy about the whole situation.
Yeah.
Still, like it's probably, but
Well, it's crazy. I went to like one of these, a new place because it was a Saturday. They were open on Saturday. So I was like, I'm going to go check it out. But it was kind of like Supercuts for chiropractic. And, dude, it smelled so bad in there.
Like what?
It was actually really, I'm glad I'm telling this story because I'm going in and I'm like, oh, it smells kind of like, okay, on one end it smells like an urgent care. And then it smelled kind of like, it smelled like somebody, pardon me. It smelled like somebody was playing video games in a small bedroom farting for 24 hours.
Dude, that's so raunchy.
It was rough. And so what's funny is like I waited for like an hour and a half, 2 hours just to get, seen. And a woman walks in and she's in a bad mood. And she's like, yeah, can I wait in my car? It smells in here. Straight up to the woman. And I just was like, oh man, just straight up just told her. I was like, that's how you do it. That's what I wanted to do, but I didn't have the courage to let the person down.
What did they say? Did they give like some kind of excuse as to what was going on? They're like, yeah, that's
nothing.
Just how it is.
Yeah, they didn't even address it.
Wow.
Yeah. Kind of makes you wonder. Anyways, I'm getting better. Like she didn't fix me. She gave me some good cracks and all that, but yeah, I still got some issue going on. So it's killing my sleep. My collarbone, for those of you guys know, if you guys got something out, it'll like go and move to other parts of your whole, because it screws with your spine, your rib cage. Your ribs they move in one. It's like they explain like a bucket handle. So if it's messed up in the back, it's messed up in the front, and then it messes with the other ribs, and every time you breathe. So I can't fully exhale without feeling a degree of pain, specifically when I'm laying down. It's like a lot better when I'm standing up, but when I'm laying down, kills. Anyway, you're good?
Yeah, bro.
Okay,
I'm
good.
doing fine compared to you.
Oh, I'm
You got
good.
some like Tiny Tim stuff going on over there. Like,
Tiny Tim?
yeah, Christmas coming around and you're like bedridden, dude.
Oh, dude, it's been a time, but we're good and we're cruising right now. Let's cruise right into the first and fun segment, the chorus quiz. I don't know why I decided to do this, but start with that tweet.
Okay.
I thought this was interesting. I read this, and there's something to it. It says, name a TV show in the past 15 years that shows a married couple with or without kids, where the man is painted as the provider, the leader, and well respected by the family and peers. The man is intelligent, has his house in order, and cares about his health. I'll wait.
Dude, I've had this conversation before with coworkers. We realized like a few years ago, we were trying to put together a Father's Day program, and we were tasked with this, like, get us a list of like pop culture dads that we can do like fun cutouts of around campus. And they were all from like the 80s and 90s. There were none from like the last 10, 15 years. Yeah, just like this is saying. It was really sad, actually. It's like, no wonder kids are so screwed up and they have a bad view of fathers. It's
right.
Like, even pop culture is, TV is
promoting hopelessness and the family structure.
Like, we seriously got to the point where it was like Master Splinter from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was like one of the best father figures on TV growing up.
Is that like Yoda from the Ninja Turtle? I never actually.
Yeah, he's like a giant rat that like takes in the Ninja Turtles and like
but that doesn't
raises them.
That doesn't quite fill the role here.
No, totally doesn't. But that was like the closest thing, and I think the second closest was kind of Bob's Burgers, but it was still like he's kind of dumb.
Yeah, I think he's kind of.
So yeah, it's kind of a bummer.
The whole family is, to some degree, just
they're all just kind of yeah.
So does any come to mind at all? Can you not think of any?
A married couple with or without kids. Man is painted as a provider and a leader, well respected.
Comment yours below, viewer.
Yeah, let us know. I'd be curious. None come to mind for me. I mean, they're like, we spent some serious time, like maybe a year and a half ago, trying to go through this.
And nothing.
Nothing.
You can't think of anything.
No, we tried Googling
think of
stuff.
The opposite.
Oh yeah, it's everywhere.
Simpsons, Family Guy. You know what? Were the only two that I saw in the comments that I was like, oh yeah, Last Man Standing. So Tim Allen.
Yeah, for sure, Tim Allen.
But even him, he's kind of like seen as like the doofus or like the dad.
Yeah, he's kind of out of touch.
Yeah, Tim Allen's like that saving grace character in pop culture television.
Yeah, and they've like all but completely cut him out of society at this point.
I know, he's gone through it. Did you know at one point he's got arrested for selling cocaine?
I did know that. He actually told that story. I saw him. I met him actually in Albuquerque when he did his comedy show.
No way.
And he went over to like his like pre-celebrity kind of delinquent stage.
I would geek out over that.
It was pretty cool. It was pretty sick.
I think there are a few people that I would geek out over, and I think Tim Allen would be one. And it's almost exclusively because he's maintained his integrity seemingly throughout his career, despite his early drug dealing scandals. Yeah, and then the other one was Bluey.
Oh yeah, Bluey is pretty good. I mean, that's pretty young.
Yeah,
like, that's not something that like your whole family can watch and kind of like glean from.
My daughter loves Bluey.
Yeah, it's good for the little ones.
Yeah, and I'm okay with it because in moderation, of course. But I'm okay with it because it is, there's no disruption. And it's crazy that so much of our media and our pop culture is disruptive of the family structure, the nuclear family, whatever, where there's almost like there has to be that. It's like, now whatever the motive is, it's to take it easy on like the families that aren't doing well, but then it kind of kills the aspiration aspect of it. Like, funny enough, we call it TV programming, right? Like television shows, Netflix, all these things is programming. And when you project something negative and disruptive, you got to think, if I were responsible for that type of thing, I would feel the weight of responsibility of causing people to stumble if I put something out there that wasn't wholesome to a degree, right? To a degree. Like, you got to be real, you got to show reality. But like embellishing and kind of like celebrating certain things like that, yeah, like that one. And our culture does. Like in modern day, like there's very few examples. I'm curious to hear more in the comments, but there are very few examples of wholesome modern day television, pop culture, whatever, music, all of it.
Yeah, what is that phrase? It's like I think it's like the prejudice of low expectation or something to that effect, where it's like, yeah, you think you're helping people out by setting the standard really
bigotry.
low. Yeah.
The bigotry of low expectations.
Yes, totally. But what you're really saying is you'll never amount to it. Your family will never be whole.
Yeah.
And so instead of making you feel bad by bringing it up all the time,
it's affirmative
on TV,
action. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then get rid of all standards so that you don't, it's the participation trophy. It's the killing of, look at a helicopter. I mean, this is the first time they can't hear it.
I bet when we're talking, they can hear a little hum. Yeah, there's like a helicopter right over us.
It's like a military. It's like rocking the building.
Yeah, it's weird.
Anyways, so let's go to the first one. Chorus, what is the best? Open it up.
Okay.
And you read it.
What is the best Christmas song or album? Oh, I think the Christmas Waltz is probably the best song and Sinatra's rendition. And I think my wife would agree. That's definitely her.
Can you show the viewer? Maybe give it a second and try to find like
the song?
Yeah, copyright free.
I don't know if I'll find
live
copyright
something.
Free, yeah, let me see what I can do.
Even those are copyrighted. What would mine be? So you think that's the best? That's the wrong answer. But
oh, really?
Yeah, that's not the right answer, unfortunately. So you're gonna get docked on this one. But
not gonna get my Christmas bonus this year.
Yeah, no, there's no Christmas bonus coming your way, man. No, it's probably Charlie Brown's Christmas.
Oh, that's pretty good.
What is it? The trio?
This was mine.
What year was this put out? You know?
I don't know. I would have to look it up. Remastered in 99, obviously way before that.
Big band?
Yeah, big band style. It's so
okay,
good,
this is
dude.
good.
It's like old school Christmas.
That's good.
Can't go wrong
Classic.
with Charlie Brown, though.
Oh, Charlie Brown's just the most wholesome.
I'm surprised that Apple bought the rights to Charlie Brown and left like the gospel presentation in that Christmas special. It's my favorite thing every year.
Could they cut it? Like if they bought the rights, I suppose they could, right?
Yeah, they could just.
Oh, that would be the most infuriating.
Or they could add like a whole like Muhammad portion and it just like starts going through all the world religions. Yeah,
the menorah.
Be terrible.
Okay, what is the best number 2?
What is the best Christmas movie? Oh man, the best Christmas movie has got to be. Oh, I don't know. There's so many. Home Alone's pretty classic, though.
Mm.
I don't know if that's my favorite one, but I grew up watching that one probably the most. What would you say?
No, I'm asking you for your favorite. A final answer? Is that your final answer?
I don't know. I have to tap in my wife. What's my favorite?
Call a friend and phone a friend?
I actually think, so here's what's funny. Actually, I think it's the opposite. I think Charlie Brown's TV special is my favorite, like film thing. And yeah, like before they were streamable, Gabby bought them all on DVD for me, all the Charlie Brown holiday cartoons.
Okay, I can't say you're wrong.
I'm just not right.
I can't say you're wrong because that's definitely got to be top 3 of all time. Specifically because it has the gospel, the unfettered gospel presentations, like straight from Luke. It's awesome.
Also, it's like a little kid struggling with like seasonal depression.
Yeah.
Like how relatable is that? Like I watch it as an adult and I'm like, same, dude.
Yeah.
And then he like just, he's reminded of the gospel at the end. Is it Linus that presents the gospel?
I heard the writer of Charlie Brown was like really based, really cool.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
He also like the more I watch Charlie Brown, the more I appreciate it. Like I see what they're doing. Like the whole scene where Charlie Brown's trying to get like therapy, like help. And like she won't even talk to him until he puts money in her jar,
Huh.
And it's like, oh yeah, like there are people preying on your shortcomings this holiday season.
Wow. Yeah, no, it's definitely anti like consumerism.
Yeah, 100%.
And very much so like getting back to the reason Jesus is a reason for the season type of thing.
So cool.
And they also I think it's awesome when like good Christian people that get involved in entertainment and public life, like C.S. Lewis, for example, J.R. Tolkien, good Christian people, writers on theology, create art. It's Christian, but it's also just awesome and wholesome.
Yeah, it speaks to a generation of people.
Yeah, it contributes positively to the culture. It's awesome. And we still read the books. That's what we need more of. Okay. Oh, the correct answer, by the way, was It's a Wonderful Life. But we can keep going.
Oh, yeah, that's a great one. That's a
that
killer
is the one.
Yeah.
All right, number 3.
What is the best Christmas dish? I feel like growing up in New Mexico, you're kind of obligated to say
what's yours?
Tamales. But yeah, tamales are kind of like, they're fun. I have more fun making them than eating them. I always kind of wish they were more tasty. My grandma always made this weird like Christmas morning gravy that was like green chili and like ground beef, and then she would make like fried eggs and hash browns and then drizzle that all over the top of it. And so whatever that concoction is,
didn't have a title.
It didn't have a title. And when I ask her how to make it, she's always kind of wishy-washy on what it is. So it's kind of like a Franklin family urban legend at this point. But whatever that Christmas morning gravy is, that would be my favorite Christmas dish.
Let's say pozole.
Pozole is classic.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the would you rathers. Would you rather number 1?
Have 1 Bitcoin or 40K?
Yeah.
A Bitcoin.
You would?
Yeah.
Why?
I feel like you could do more with it.
Okay.
Maybe it'll spike next week and I'll just cash it out.
You could sell it right now for 43K.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So you chose the right answer for right now.
For right now. I mean, it's getting pretty close, right?
And it's like they're saying the bull market started 2 months ago for crypto. Yeah. And it is booming. Like Bitcoin hit 45K, I think, the last couple of days.
Is Bitcoin kind of getting watered down by like Fed integration to some degree?
There's a big debate. Yeah. Is it like, corrupt? Did the NSA or one of these 3 letter agencies create it? There's some potential evidence to that. Or is it like real, like decentralized anti-government? I lean toward it's probably been captured, but who knows?
Like you think the glory days of crypto are behind us already?
Not the glory days of all of crypto. I think the idea, but is cool, and I think it has potential. I don't know that the innovation will ever be allowed to exist in any sort of governmental system. It's always been the government has ruled and issued the currency to the public.
Right. So the irony is like decentralizing currency is most valuable in a society that has the opposite, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the irony of crypto is it's most appealing to people that are like stuck in a system like ours. Because the second we like move to an island with the homies and develop our own currency system, it's not necessary anymore.
Yeah.
It's like overly complicated. No reason to go to crypto anymore.
Right. Okay. So you chose the right answer. Would you rather number 2?
Would you rather live without olive oil or wine?
Yeah.
I love olive oil.
I thought this would be an easy one for you because you don't really strike me as a wine person.
I like a good red wine.
Yeah.
But olive oil, I love good Italian food. We're going to Phoenix next week, and I've been dreaming about the meal we're going to have when we get there.
Really?
Yeah, it's going to be great.
You love Phoenix.
Yeah.
You wouldn't substitute olive oil for Crisco?
Never in a heartbeat, dude. I love good olive oil. I can't help it. And I love pesto, so you can't have that without olive oil. I'm sure there's like a crappy synthetic version that would kind of halfway get you there, but good olive oil is so good, so tasty. What about you?
I would keep olive oil. Yeah, I mean, you still have beer and whiskey and stuff, so.
Olive oil is so good.
Yeah. It's so essential.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Final, would you rather?
Would you rather have babysat your kid? Wait, what? Have babysit your kids Hitler or Jeffrey Epstein? Have your kids babysat by? Is that what it's supposed to be? Oh my gosh.
Who would you rather have babysit your kids, Hitler or Jeffrey Epstein?
My kids would probably pass with Uncle H. You know what I mean?
Uncle H.
Yeah. There's no way Jeff Epstein's getting close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's
the only right answer there.
That's the only correct answer.
Yeah.
All right.
On the topic of Hitler, which is weird, we were at the mall today and we saw this like unfortunate young girl with a crazy nose piercing that was totally accidentally rocking a Hitler stash.
What?
Like it was so big, her septum piercing was so bulky and black. It looked like she was trying to look like Hitler.
Oh.
It was very.
Do you know the weird legend as to why he had that mustache?
I've heard that it's like masculine, like to grow there where you can't grow. But I think you were saying something with a gas mask, maybe.
That's what I'd heard. Yeah.
But then why not just shave it off? If you're concerned about the gas, you know what I mean?
You want to keep your masculinity to a degree.
Yeah, maybe it's like kind of like propaganda sort of thing, and the life-saving gas mask.
Yeah,
perhaps.
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows?
Somebody knows. I don't know.
It came out of left field, dude.
God's crazy. I did. God. Whoa. Oh, that was blasphemous. Okay, let's get into my Christmas list here. The first thing is, this should be on everyone's Christmas list, honestly. The Ford Bronco. Look at this thing. I mean, this is too new. Like, I would like a more vintage, but you do look at it and you're like, whoa, that leather seats.
Oh, it's so good.
That's like your model car. That's what you want if nothing deteriorated ever and you weren't living in New Mexico worried about.
Are those real? Those pillows? Or is that like a
those are real.
Fan? That's awesome.
I think these people make these modern like Renault things, you know?
That's so cool.
No, this whole thing's AI generated. Just kidding. I'm pretty sure it's real.
You don't want a Cybertruck, dude?
I saw those. They just got delivered, right? Are they getting delivered?
Yeah, this week.
I watched a review on one. They look a little cooler in pictures than they do in real life. In the video I saw.
Yeah, that's true.
Sure, they're awesome, but I'm also a little concerned with the electrical cars, the ability of them being turned off or electrical grid. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's a stupid thing to be afraid of. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go, they have like a 340 mile maximum distance on one charge. I think that's what I saw.
Yeah, I know that's definitely a point of concern. I think it's valid. And also EVs are being forced upon the American consumer artificially by the government. And anytime that happens, like weird bubbles in the market happen. Like it happened with solar panels back in the day. It was like everyone was going to be living with solar panels, but then no one bought any. So they got highly subsidized and then fraud starts happening and money laundering and stuff. So I definitely have concerns. Like I want to see EVs exist in like the open market organically. Because if they do, then they're fun for other stuff. Like I don't care if it's going to replace electric vehicle or traditional vehicles, but even just like 0 to 60 is a blast in an EV, you know?
Oh yeah, it's crazy. So, what was it? It was like 2.1 seconds. It's
insane. Nothing feels like gunning it in a Tesla. It doesn't.
I've never experienced it.
The closest thing is like a drop on a roller coaster. It's mind boggling.
Really?
Yeah, it's so fun. But other than that, you know, the utility of it, and like you're saying, like you can't really go anywhere of distance, you know?
And I can't imagine the lifespan. Well, I don't know. On something like that is as good as like a gas engine vehicle. Maybe not. And then it's just like so much more difficult and expensive to work on. So I don't know. There's some downsides. I'd rather have a gas powered vehicle. Decentralization. The government can't turn it off. Okay. And number 2, my wife she's listening to this. Sure. And she thinks I'm the worst person to try to shop for because what I want are these very expensive things. Another thing is a Magnetone panoramic stereo amplifier. These things have, it's 2 amps in one essentially. So they're both speakers, there's 2 speakers in it, are powered simultaneously. Can you turn the volume on?
compression pedal to the effect, so you can actually control the speed of the trem or the vibrato, whichever you're using at the time. Super cool. You can run satellite pair if you want to run true stereo. There are also outs that you can send out to satellite speakers. There's also a line out on each of the sides.
So the stereo effects are practical?
Hit your console or your desk.
Yeah, they're literal. It's not artificial.
Really,
that is so cool.
So let me show you what the amp sounds like clean. I got this Les Paul. It's a pretty dark guitar, especially with the Bigsby on it.
Look up the price
I have the EQ
in the back
set
if you
straight
can.
up the
I don't know
middle.
if you
I
can
got
do
the
both at the
volume
same
somewhere
time.
around 2.5 or 3.
I'll have to do it after.
Okay. I wanted one of these in 2020. It's so hard to justify buying an amp like this. Like I think they're like $4,000.
To my pick attack.
Did you see the guy from U2 just went to all digital?
Really?
Yeah, he got rid of all his hardware officially. What's his name? He's a famous guitar player.
Who again?
From U2. U2.
Oh, you're talking about Edge?
Yeah. Yeah, he made an announcement right after they did that show at the Sphere that he's going to all digital effects.
That doesn't surprise me that much.
Doesn't seem like... Oh, I guess he's always kind of been on like the newer tech end of guitar playing, so that's kind of the next iteration.
I've always kind of been a purist when it comes to like gear, music gear, acoustic guitar, and if you're going to plug into an amp, plug straight into an amp. I like the onboard effects of like a Vox AC30. They got the trem. They also have the reverb. How much?
3,500.
Okay, yeah, 36. So, guys, go ahead and send it to my P.O. box. Just kidding. That would be neat. All right, third thing, beachfront property. Is this too much to ask for? I mean, it's a 500 square foot house. That's all I want. That's it. 586. Dude, look at this thing. It's tiny. It's worth $4.5 million.
That's crazy.
It
Santa
is,
Barbara?
Yeah, it's literally on the beachfront though. Like it has steps down, I think, to the beach.
That's crazy, dude.
But it's the only room. And then the loft up there. And then there's a bathroom underneath. So it's a tiny home with beautiful views. I'd have it. I'll have one of those, please.
One of those in just your size?
Yeah.
When was this thing built?
I don't know. Is that info on there?
It's weird to me that it's not, considering how close it is to the water line, and it seems like it's probably more than 10 years old. I would highly suspect that there would be water damage halfway up the building from all of the rising sea levels that we've seen.
Mm-hmm. I actually think it's quite far up the hill.
So it's probably
Obama would buy that one.
It's accruing value because the beachfront is actually approaching each year.
Right.
That's great.
Yeah, so it's going up in value. That was one of the arguments I heard about this climate change stuff. If they actually believed it, they wouldn't be buying homes on the beachfront. Otherwise, their homes would be overrun, flooded. Okay, what's next here? I would love a library for the boys.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, so...
Should this be our some set inspo for the next set?
Oh, heck yeah.
That would be a really cool set.
Need a ladder. It was a 2-story and one, like, what is that, 20-foot ceilings. Natural light coming in.
Black
Beautiful.
walls is the move.
Well, you'll see the next little spot. The office I'm building out, I've been doing mud all day, is your typical room, but everything's black. I don't know why more things aren't all black.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Not in like I think some people are like, oh, whoa, dude, like that's super gothic or that's super. No, it's just looks nice. Doesn't that look nice to you?
It's so nice, and it's easier. It seems like as far as decor goes, it's easier to like focus attention somewhere that you intend.
Right.
Like you can really just place light where you want it and kind of draw the eye there.
And there's also,
beautiful.
Well, we have the black wall here. You know, when you put things on the wall, it diminishes the blackness of a room. And I also like the way that natural light looks on black versus white. I like white as well. But it also, they say, makes a room feel a lot bigger. So in a smaller room I'm going to be moving to a smaller space for the short form content. Painting it all black, I think, will make it feel bigger. So there's that. However, it won't be the library. So that is one thing we will need by Christmas time. And then a cabin would be pretty neat, especially around this time of year. This guy, Levi, I feel like I know him. I know so many Levis, but I don't know this Levi. Does a lot of these Airbnb videos. Incredible. He visits almost all black, funny enough. Like, it's got a strong outward presence of black. And there's actually a design
and the birds are going crazy today.
philosophy of sorts that it's good to transition from dark to light and not obviously do all black. But when you look at that place, it's straight black. But when you go inside, it's nice, natural, bright. Fast forward to the living room. It's a nice A-frame. Beautiful. Yeah, somewhere right there.
From the hand-poured concrete island to the charred siding.
So serene.
And it's so nice.
Latin light fixtures,
I would take this over the beachfront. But I mean, I guess why choose? It's Christmas.
Outside in.
Yeah, it's Christmas, so you can get anything you
get
want.
both,
So
yeah.
we'll get both of them.
Area. On this right side, plenty of golden hooks all
No,
along the
obviously,
floor.
I would
Hang
take
your
this
stuff.
too, just
There's
for
a
the sake
bench
of.
that goes all across the wall.
Well, I
Some
don't.
shelves
I
above.
would. My
So
family.
plenty of area to get ready at.
I actually wonder how many bedrooms.
Get your ski stuff ready if you come here to ski in the winter. I know it's a
I was
big
on a
thing
huge
here.
cabin
We can walk out of
kick
this and into your
about a
main
year ago.
space.
Just like I'm buying land and I'm going to build, not personally, but I'm going to have a cabin built. Okay, and the last thing is time. So, if we can get some of that.
I like that you included in the,
I know,
in
I was
the
waiting
notes.
for you to do it.
I was trying to pull it up, like figure out what the link was. This was the show prep link that I was provided for this
So
topic.
time, please give us some more time.
That's great.
At 11 o'clock.
That's great. Yeah.
Isn't that nice? All right, next part. I sent this to the group text. And I was so just impressed. I don't know. Maybe what is this? Am I sexist, ageist?
Yeah, you're an ageist.
It's, I don't want to spoil it. Let's just watch it for the viewer.
This is the grandmother of drumming. That's her online persona.
Godmother.
Oh, the godmother.
It's just like your grandma just shredding.
I found this lady a few years ago.
Did you? This is old. How'd you find it?
Like viral content, kind of like this. She was doing like rudiments, teaching rudiments on her practice pad because she was a high-level marching band snare player.
Huh.
And then kind of she got traction online and started putting out like playthroughs and stuff.
Isn't this so fun to watch?
That's super fun.
Just killing it. Don't ever let someone tell you what you can or cannot do. Jeez.
I keep imagining Travis Barker, who wrote this drum line, and then her playing it. It's so fun.
Yeah. I would love to see a little more attitude. Come on, Grandma. All right, but no, I've been getting into this. Matt showed me this channel. And this guy, he drums for, I never listened to this band. What is it called? Snarky Puppy?
Oh, Snarky Puppy is next level.
But a lot of my drummer friends from Nashville, Garrett Tyler, I think he was a big fan of this guy or this band. Garrett plays for the guys that have that Christian band that comes through every now and then. King and Country. So he drums for them. And he loves this guy, Snarky Puppy, these guys from Snarky Puppy. And so I've came across this video. I was like, oh, that's that guy. And I'm just blown away because the guy's like, his IQ is probably 4 times higher than mine. And the retention of knowledge and information is insane. Watch. This is a long video, but we'll clip through it. The premise for this type of video on this channel. Is this the beginning?
No, I kind of skipped through a little bit. There was a little bit of a...
So I think they give him one listen through. Yeah.
Okay.
The idea is that he gets one listen through the song, and he's got to play it as close as possible.
A little more volume. Okay.
He never heard the song before.
Got some aggressive toms going on. I'm glad I
Metallica.
got a tom and a half.
We're probably going to get copyrighted for this. Oh well.
There was an upbeat on that crash before. Okay. Probably again. Okay. It's 2 shots and then it's 3. Right? With the snare. Okay. No other shots. All right.
I mean, it's not crazy. Technical.
A push.
But hearing the song one time,
Big hi-hats.
and you got to hear how he plays it after.
Right, and the push.
I love just watching him though, learning it. So fascinating.
Still open hi-hats, okay.
And how the mind works. So much experience.
And he's processing through it, figuring out the structure.
Yeah, but learning new things after having such a strong foundation makes it so much easier.
Build.
Like this could take
And we stay in that new key.
a beginner
Okay.
a year to learn, you know? And he learns it through one listen through.
Wow. Oh. Okay. So it's a shorter chorus.
So go to the play through.
And go back to the
I think
main
they have them
theme.
time stamped, right?
Wow.
Just seems like a really cool dude. Turns out he's
probably
not. No, he probably is. Oh,
Yeah,
and
he's probably a jerk, dude.
He's probably social justice warrior. Dude, that's a dated term, right?
SJWs?
Yeah, that's a straight 2015-16 right there. We don't use that one anymore. Then it turned to woke. Then it turned to what?
Losers, I think, is just what I use.
There you go. So this is first playthrough here. Again, it's not super technical, but the memory part of it's like playing Simon Says for adults. And a 3-minute song, 4-minute song. He hits all the accents. What's the title of this video?
Lauren Lewis hears Enter Sandman for the first time.
His name's Lauren Lewis?
Larnell.
Larnell. So this isn't even his genre, right? He plays like jazz.
It's like acid jazz.
Yeah. You should find like a live Snarky Puppy one real quick.
Oh, I would love to.
Yeah,
Snarky
just
Puppy is where I found out about Corey Henry, who's he plays synth and piano, and
okay.
his group is called the Funk Apostles. It's so sick.
Huh.
Yeah, he's a believer too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll find one with both of them, I think.
So this is Snarky Puppy.
There's Corey Henry.
Some people hate. Oh, this is. But he plays with Snarky Puppy.
He's featured on a couple songs.
Oh, okay. So this is your guy with Snarky Puppy.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Some people hate this type of music. It's like, oh, this is just chaos. It doesn't make any sense.
I love it so much.
I respect it. Because it's chaos. It is chaos, but it is calculated chaos.
Oh, dude.
What is that timing?
It's crazy. And that piano is hitting that with that kick drum right on every hit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's definitely composed. There's some listeners who are like, this sucks.
Oh, it's gonna pick up.
Yeah, let's hear some. I'll admit, musically, I don't like this. This
Really?
isn't hitting any emotional music. It's impressive. It's like watching a.
Here's the most replayed portion of the music. Locked in, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so clean.
The joy, though. The joy of getting like that. We hit it. Yeah, that time I don't understand the comping. It's beyond my intelligence.
Live brass, too. There's nothing like live brass.
And then synth brass, or whatever that is.
Oh, yeah.
It's musicians' music, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. I think, like, this is a band that I would love to see, but I don't know who I would take, you know. I'm not quite sure who
Take
I
me.
would take. I would
appreciate it.
Oh, gosh, it would be so fun to go to, like, a jazz festival and hear that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I never go see events. I need to do more of that. Okay. Couple things. I saw this in my Instagram feed. Bexar Goods, they're a company out of Texas. They make, like, leather goods and stuff. But I thought this was fascinating, especially with all the AI talk. That looks AI generated, right?
Yeah, it totally does.
This is like the first probably AI ad I've seen. And they're not like, you know, a cheap little Instagram brand. They're kind of a coolish brand from my memory. Go to that third photo. I think it's the third one with the guy. There, yeah. Yeah, look at his finger. His pinky.
Oh, yeah, it's creepy.
It's totally AI.
You know what's weird is I'm pretty sure there is a vendor that I use that their email signatures. I'm emailing real people, I think, but they're like images on their email signature are all AI generated.
Huh?
And I don't know if like they fed the AI like
wait. Say that again.
Photos.
They're what?
Like their email signature. You know, like you're corresponding with someone for work.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like a sales rep or whatever, but in their email signature, there's a picture of them. And the picture of them is AI generated.
That is why.
I have no idea. So that's what makes me think like, are these real reps? You know?
Is it illustrated? Or is it like it's supposed to look like a real photo?
It's kind of like this, where it's like a little bit of the uncanny valleys happening, you know?
Okay.
It's very weird. I don't know why that decision was made, but I don't
Is it a
care
company you're emailing?
Yeah, it's a company with live sales reps and you know, customer people, like retention people, but yeah, I don't know.
So look at this next one. It relates. We're going to another level. Google just dropped this tonight. This is Wednesday, the 6th. What does that say? Google what? Can you read that?
We've been testing the capabilities of Gemini with our multi-model AI.
We've been capturing footage to test it on a wide range of challenges, showing it a series of images and asking it to reason about what it sees. This video highlights some of our favorite interactions with Gemini.
All right, testing Gemini. Here we go. Tell me what you see.
I see you placing a piece of paper on the table. I see a squiggly line.
What about now?
The contour lines are smooth and flowing, with no sharp angles or jagged edges. It looks like a bird to me.
What if I add this?
The bird is swimming in the water. It has a long neck and beak. It is a duck.
Yes.
A duck is a type of waterfowl in the family Anatidae. Ducks are closely related to geese and swans. The duck appears to be blue. This is not a common color for ducks. However, there are some breeds of blue ducks. These are typically not as common as other duck breeds. It is more common for ducks to be brown, black, or white.
Are you sure?
What
now
the
go to
quack?
the 4-minute
I was
mark.
just talking about a blue duck, and now you're holding one. It looks like blue ducks are...
Weird. So there's no information being typed into anything.
with
It's
blue ears. Or an
taking what it
octopus.
sees.
Or a bunny with a pink nose.
Ooh, I'll keep those in mind. Which way should the duck go?
Going left leads to a duck, which is a friend. Going right leads to a bear, which is a foe. It is better to make friends than foes, so the duck should go left.
Smart choice.
This is a picture of a crab.
Whoa.
That's right.
That is weird.
Is this the right order?
No, the correct order is Sun, Earth, Saturn.
Based on their design, which of these would go faster?
The car on the right would be faster. It is more aerodynamic.
Which looks more fun?
The one on the right, because it has a loop.
What do you think this person might be saying?
How about a woohoo?
Ooh, I love that.
I see you're drawing a guitar. You've added an amp. Now it's an electric guitar. We can make some seriously loud music now.
It's the AI generated music.
Given that you added drums,
That is
how about
crazy.
some 80s hair metal?
So for the people that are just listening, this AI is watching someone draw on a
Alright,
notepad
I see
and
you've added a
it's
palm tree
drawing
to
these
the drawing.
conclusions based on
Change
doodles.
it up with some beachy vibes.
Wow, it changed the genre just on a tree added to the
What
image.
movie are they acting out here?
I think they are acting
It's
out
a
the
harmful
famous bullet
stereotype,
time scene from
Gemini.
The Matrix.
Ooh, nice. What do you think might happen next?
The cat is going to jump to the wall and stick the landing. It's going to be a perfect 10. Oh, and it's a miss. It looks
It just made a pun on a whim based on a video it's never seen. Did you see that?
I know, I don't
It
get
said
that.
perfect, P-U-R-R, like a cat purring.
Oh,
like it was just a little too far away. But don't worry. The cat is a natural
Too advanced
athlete and
for
it will
me.
be back up there in no time.
Okay, I've got one more for you. Describe the drawing I made.
It is a simple line drawing of the constellation Gemini. You did a good job of capturing the beauty of Gemini.
Nice. That's it.
am I in a simulation? Like Tim Pool says? Is this real? Am I just like a consciousness? Because as close as we're getting to like the fundamentals of reality as we understand it, and knowledge and awareness and knowing that we're programmed just like an AI in many ways, it kind of freaks you out. You're like, oh shoot, this isn't so different than humanity is. You know, it's as if they're deconstructing humans to reconstruct them in their image. That's pretty dark and heavy. That's pretty much all I have. I'll save the next portion for the next episode. Let's keep it right there. Final video. Chorus, this one's for you again.
Oh no, that can't be good.
No, I think you're gonna like this one.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, and
Oh.
you gonna stay, you gonna say, is it the summer from me? I need you special last Christmas.
She's so
Last
confident in getting it so
Christmas, I
wrong.
gave you my
What is she
heart,
wearing on
and
her
you
hand?
I don't know what she's wearing. It's like a
you
giant
gonna say,
metal rose on her finger.
is
If you look
it
really
the
close
summer
into her
from
eyes,
me?
she has one of those
I need you
round
special
selfie
last
lights.
Christmas.
Oh yeah, she's got that ring
Like,
light.
yeah, she's just trying to make content, man.
She's a content creator, dude.
Yeah,
She's
just
a
trying to be an
fellow
influencer.
craftsman.
That's the crazy thing, dude. Last point, and we're participating in it right now. We're creating content for the internet, more data for the system.
We're just trying to train our corner of the AI, you know? That's all I'm trying to do.
We're just, gosh, and then we're feeding Google's algorithm right now. We're not their algorithm, but their data set. That's going to be the weird thing, right? Is at some point, this is Web3. The idea of Web3 is that you own your data. Elon was asked this at that talk. Do you think that people are, because when you tweet something, it becomes this data ownership of X. When you could post something on YouTube, it becomes their data. And your data is no longer under your ownership in Web 2 on these platforms. And what's crazy about Twitter is he's like, yeah, it's possible that Twitter or X is the most fine set of data that the internet collects. Because if you think about it, it's your thoughts on your most intimate and most serious topics. YouTube is more like entertainment, or, you know, a lot of times ideas or general lessons about life and how things go, you know, how to fix a toilet, whatever. Whereas X is like your thoughts. So it's training the data. Your data is training the AI or whatever, how people think on the most intimate, minute details. It's weird. And it's probably, they say that if it's free, you're the product. Or if it's free, you're the, I think that's what it is.
That's it.
Stuff to think about. Crazy.
And that's why this show is not free. We posted our Christmas list, and you can send that to us any way
those
you
are
want.
obligated. Yeah, those, I mean.
Because you're not the product. We respect you as a listener. Thank you.
All in love. With that, like the video, comment your favorite Christmas song, Christmas movie, tell Chorus why he's wrong, and you can Venmo me the Ford Bronco right now. Love you, bye.